Zack Snyder released Man of Steel in 2013, the world wasn't ready. This wasn't the bright, smiling Superman of old. This was something bolder, darker, more complex. Some called it blasphemy, others brilliance. But now, over a decade later, the question remains, was Man of Steel a masterpiece, or was it misunderstood? Before Superman becomes a symbol of hope, we witness the fall of the world that created him. This version of Krypton is raw, it's mythic, it's political. Jor-El isn't a scientist. He's a father fighting for his son's future. And his counterpart, Zod, he's not just a villain. He's a patriot twisted by desperation. This is something far more tragic and cinematic. Now, in this iteration of Krypton, Zack did not go the casual crystal utopia route. He went with the more modern sci-fi epic route. This opening sequence sets up a lot of things in motion. Zod's motivations as why he wanted to pursue Clark, Kal-El parents, Jor-El and Laura, their motivations and their purpose for sending away Kal-El. This opening sequence is by far astonishing visually. Zack Snyder is a great visual storyteller, and the way he portrayed Kal-El parents and the purpose, the reasoning for why they want to send their son away is heart-wrenching, but also heroic.
He'll be an outcast, a freak. They'll kill him.
How? He'll be a god to them.
His parents are acknowledging the elephant in the room that Kal-El will grow up differently than humans. He'll have abilities. To some, he'll be seen as a freak, or he'll be bullied, or he'll be looked down upon. But then his father says, no, he'll be a god. This is their hope. Kal-El, this baby, this infant, this is their hope. This is the future of Krypton. And this interaction between Kal-El parents perfectly portrays the trust, the loyalty, the fear, but even the hope that they have for Kal-El.
Make a better world than ours, Cal.
As we see here, Laura is staring at the destruction of Krypton, and she says powerful yet beautiful words to Kal-El. Now, when it comes to Clark Kent, he is not forged in flight. He's molded through fear, confusion, and love. And through flashbacks, we see a child overwhelmed by power and torn between hiding and helping. And one scene in particular is the school bus scene. On a school bus, Clark is getting bullied, he's not fitting in, and an unfortunate incident happened where the bus go off the road into a water bank. But this scene is great because it shows Clark as a kid taking initiative, him taking a stand, him taking a call to action. And this scene leads right into the Jonathan and Clark Kent scene on the truck.
What was I supposed to do? Just let him die?
Maybe.
This is not cowardice, it's caution. His dad shows him the ship, where he's from, tell him he came in a ship on Earth years ago.
And he sent you here for a reason, Clark. And even if it takes you the rest of your life, you owe it to yourself to find out what that reason is.
A core strength of this film is his father figures, both biological and Jonathan Kent, guiding him to be the best man he can be. Superman's first fight comes with awe, but also comes with fear. The destruction isn't careless, it's consequential. Zack Snyder does not shy away from having godlike power portrayed on Earth. This is a main critique, a highly controversial part of the film of too much destruction, or the destruction of Metropolis is overbearing. This is Zack Snyder portraying when two guys collide, what will happen? The scale and intensity is massive. I admit, the destruction is a lot. Could Superman prevent a couple lives saved? Could he prevented people dying more? Could he prevented buildings crashing? Yes, I actually agree with that. I think he could have prevented a lot more damage. This Metropolis fight with Zod happened days, not weeks, not months. It happened days after Superman found out why he was sent here. And when it comes to the Smallville fight, Superman saves people. This entire film, Superman is saving people.
Get inside. It's not safe.
This is Superman's first fight. This is Superman's first exchange with Kryptonians. Even though there's 2 or 3 Kryptonians fighting him, it's 2v1, 3v1. He's still holding his weight. He's still holding it down. At the same time, he's still protecting the people in the town the best he could. Towards the end of the fight, the climax, we see Zod about to kill a family. And this moment in the film is very, very, very critical because Superman has a choice.
Never.
When Superman makes the final decision to actually kill Zod, it ended him also. It wasn't triumph, it was tragedy. Because in doing so, he killed the last of his kind, his last Kryptonian bloodline. He killed the last piece of Krypton. And the scream after, that's the sound of a man becoming a myth. This translates to an earlier death that's very controversial, maybe the most controversial scene of Man of Steel, and that's Jonathan Kent's death. Yes, we all know Superman could have saved his dad. Yes, we all know Clark Kent could have went out there and saved his dad. But the main reason, the only reason he did not save his dad, because he trusted his dad more. He put all his trust and faith in his dad, and he believed that the world wasn't ready.
I let my father die because I trusted him. Because he was convinced that I had to wait. That the world was not ready.
Man of Steel is more than a story. It's atmosphere, it's texture, it's feeling. Hans Zimmer's score pulses like a heartbeat. Zack Snyder doesn't direct Superman. He elevates him. In every frame, every flare, and every note tells us something about who this man is becoming. Another brilliant scene is between Jor-El and Clark. Whenever Clark enters the ship, Jor-El is telling him his purpose.
Necessarily make the same mistakes we did. Not if you guide them, Cal. Not if you give them hope.
And that's all Superman is. The S on his chest, the House of El. It means hope. Give the people something to strive towards.
The symbol of the House of El means hope. Embodied within that hope is the fundamental belief in the potential of every person to be a force for good.
And this scene transitions perfectly into one of the best scenes in comic book history, in my opinion, the first flight scene. And whenever he gets up in the air and he falls down, what do Clark decides to do? He sits there He stands up, closes his eyes, and he listens to his father's words again.
They will join you in the sun, Cal. In time, you will help them accomplish.
And a great touch by Zack, we see these rocks levitating, the ground trembling. We feel the power. Hans Zimmer's score is epic. It's triumphant. And Superman goes up, he flies, and it's the best thing in the fucking world. Some fans and some critics said this film lacked joy, and some fans cried foul. But over time, the film has aged, and maybe, just maybe, grown wiser. The Man of Steel was not trying to be safe. It was trying to say something about identity, about power, and about sacrifice. And maybe that makes it not just bold, but quietly brilliant. I hope this video offered fresh insight and maybe help you see Man of Steel in a different lens. Whether you disagree or agree, the goal wasn't to convert. It was just to appreciate, to explore why this version of Superman still resonates, challenges, and still spark questions decades later. In terms of embodiment, Henry Cavill is Superman. Not just in physique or presence. His performance gave us a Kal-El that was torn between worlds, trying to do the right thing even when there's no easy answer. Zack Snyder did not give us a perfect Superman. He gave us a searching one, a flawed, a uncertain, deeply human God trying to make sense of who he is. And maybe that what makes this story timeless. It mirrors our own journey of identity, purpose, and sacrifice. Man of Steel is not about aliens, battles, or cape-swirling moments. It's about the burden of potential and the courage to live up to it. To some people, it will always be misunderstood, but to many of us, it's nothing short of a masterpiece. Thanks for watching, and as Jor-El once said, you can embody the best of both worlds. You can be the bridge.